Today I'm focusing on a budget-friendly living room update, starting with some cheap thrifted finds. We are transitioning all of our furniture away from the old farmhouse style into the newest trends. And now that I'm done working on a few of my customers' orders, it's time for me to switch gears and focus on freshening up my own house. First, we're going to prepare our space to install a large brand new rug that I picked up during our Dallas thrift store day. I paid $60 for this rug and it's going to tie in perfectly for the coffee table flip that I have planned. While the boys are finishing their part, Mom's gonna take a little break. What my family doesn't know is that in my spare time, I've been solving a murder mystery. When I just need a minute to recharge, I've been jumping into June's Journey, a hidden object mystery game with a super fun whodunit detective story. Each new scene takes us further into the thrilling murder mystery with our main character, June Parker, on a quest to solve and uncover her many family secrets. This game's captivating storyline takes us back to the glamour of the 1920s with a diverse, fun cast of characters. I love a good whodunit story and a chance to unravel the clues. And if you play now until March 27th, there's a secret and unique short story for all players after Chapter 6. It dives into the different paths of the character's story. New, unexpected twists and turns, anything can come to light as you uncover the secrets of your most beloved and despised characters. You can download June Journey for free by clicking the link below in the description. June's Journey is available on Android and iOS mobile devices as well as your PC through Facebook Games. I found this $10 coffee table in the last chance section. It was actually marked half price that day, so I paid $5 for it. It's solid wood and I saw lots of potential for what this could be. But first, it definitely needs a facelift. This table is extremely dirty, so I'll give it a good scrub down with some simple green. It was left outside at the thrift store for a while and it really shows. These little furniture pads were covered in cat hair, so these have got to go. I noticed a bit of damage on the bottom of this, so I'm going to flip it over so it's a little easier to work with. Part of this foot had chipped off when I loaded it in the car, but luckily I found it, so I'm just going to use some wood glue and attach this back on. I'm going to be painting the skirt of this coffee table, so I'll give everything a really good scuff sand so my paint will adhere. I'm using my Surf Prep sander with a 180 grit sanding pad to get into all these nooks and crannies. I want this coffee table to have a similar vibe to the buffet that I flipped on my channel 2 weeks ago. It's going to be in the same room together, so I want to make sure that they match well. So I'm going to sand down this top to bare wood to see what's underneath this failing finish. I'm starting with a 180 grit on my orbital sander and I'll work my way up to a 220 so it's buttery smooth. There are some little cracks on the side of this table just from being used, I suppose, and being a little wobbly on the feet. So I'm going to go in with my plastic wood fill and fill those gaps up, because if I don't do that and I paint this, it's going to show up really obvious underneath that paint. Now that I've got all my little edges filled, I'm going to go in with my Surf Prep sander to clean up some of the extra on there. You can do this with a foam abrasive pad if you don't have this fancy machine here, but to save time, I'm going to go ahead and use my Surf Prep. Now that my sanding is complete, I'll wipe back all of that dust so we can start painting. I need to make sure I don't get any paint on the top that I just sanded down to bare wood, so I'll cover this up with some plastic. Now that I've got the top taped off that I sanded down, I am going to prime the bottom part of this with some Lily Moon Eclipse stain blocker. I'm not so sure that this will bleed, but I've got a darker wood, some reddish brown tones, and then a bunch of different surfaces that I've either sanded down or patched. Or the legs, I should say, are totally different than this part of the frame, so we're just gonna prime to be safe. I've chosen the color Beaver Beige by Lily Moon's Opulent collection. This paint has a built-in primer and top coat, which will save me a step. It's also going to look really good against that natural wood top. This week on Lemons to Lemonade Furniture, I'm actually celebrating my 2-year YouTube anniversary. And I am so grateful for the support of all my loyal fans and my Patreon supporters. It's because of you guys that we're able to focus on some of the things in our own home and not feel the pressure of selling pieces of furniture each and every week. So thank you guys so much for making this happen, being along with us on the journey. I really appreciate all of you, and I will keep bringing you fun and exciting content if you promise to keep following along. I've waited 2 hours since my last coat. This is probably gonna need one more coat, so 2 coats total. There's supposed to be a storm coming in, but I don't see any signs of that yet, but I'm kind of scurrying around today so I can beat it. Moment of truth. Let's take the paper off. The wind's picking up. My time's getting shorter. I'm going to gel stain the top of this with some Lily Moon White Oak Beryl. These gel stains work best if the top is just a little damp. So I'll use my spray bottle and get this damp a little bit, and then it'll spread around really nicely. I'll use a foam sponge in the direction of the wood grain to apply the gel stain. The first color turned out a little too light for what I was going for, so I'm going to do the exact same steps one more time with Old Fashioned. Lily Moon gel stains are water-based, which means they have a lot of open time, so I have plenty of time to play with this if I don't really like the color, which is so nice. So I can keep adding until I get exactly what I want. The Lily Moon gel stain does have a built-in top coat, but since this will be a coffee table, I want just a little extra protection. So I'm taking some Lily Moon Steller Shield and my sponge to apply some extra layers of polyacrylic on the top. My back corner just needed a little something extra, so I found this plant on Amazon to help spruce it up. My $5 coffee table is ready for its new home. I knew when I saw this guy in the last chance section that it would be the perfect fit for my new family room. I love the way that it pulled everything together, and it really helped to make this room look complete. This is a well-made coffee table that will have plenty more years of enjoyment instead of going to the dump. A big thanks to my video sponsor, June's Journey. Be sure to download the app today. You can find it in the link in my description. Can you get out of my shot? You're in my shot. Like, you're in my shot. No, I don't want